All right.
Oh,
Okay.
what a good crowd.
Yes, well, it's endorsements, so here we are.
Yeah, say no more.
Exactly. All right, welcome to the June meeting of the 34th District Democrats. I'm Carla Rogers, Chair of the 34th. I'm now calling the meeting to order. Here we are in June facing endorsements. It feels like yesterday when we had almost 400 people attending a 4.5-hour pretty darn long meeting when we did this last year. And I remember how nervous I was about that meeting. And up until this afternoon, I was feeling really confident and comfortable this would be a breeze. And then we started having some technical problems with our technology, our Zoom account. So I'm going to call it out there that we're going to do, and we have done everything we can do to make this nice and smooth and quick tonight. But if we run into the problem that was occurring this afternoon, we may have to go to Plan B. And I'm not going to explain this now. It will be a little on the messy side. But again, we're all volunteers here. Please be patient with us. And hopefully we'll get through without any bumps. Tonight, we have a few mandatory pieces of business before we get started with the endorsements. Additionally, I have scheduled a short presentation directly after the endorsements to allow our tally committee to finish any remaining work. Just a reminder, we will have a recording of this meeting on our YouTube channel later on this week. And Soleil is going to put the link to the YouTube in the chat here in a moment. Now I know you're all anxious to get the good stuff going, so let's get this started. Rachel, would you please start us off with our land acknowledgement?
Thanks, Carla. On behalf of the 34th LD Democrats, I acknowledge the land on which we stand today as the traditional home of the Coast Salish and Duwamish people, the traditional home of all tribes and bands within the Suquamish, Tulalip, Snoqualmie, Puyallup, and Muckleshoot nations. Without them, we would not have access to this gathering or to this dialogue. I ask that we take this opportunity to thank the original caretakers of this land on which we live and work who are still here.
Thank you, Rachel. All right, now our VIP acknowledgements. I want to have a much longer list of people to look through. I'm not seeing Dow, who had registered. Let's see who else we have here tonight. I see Senator Wynn. While Senator Wynn is a candidate, and normally I would not have candidates do VIP acknowledgements, Joe is not going to be doing a speech this evening because we have him on our slate. So Joe, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate that. I'm Senator Joe Wynn over here, so very excited to be here with y'all tonight. I'm actually outside with my kids. I haven't seen them all day, so we're biking outside of Genesee Hill Elementary. But it's just an honor to be with y'all, to see everybody here in the 34th. Welcome, and thank you for the opportunity to say hello.
Awesome, thank you. Thanks for attending. I think I've gotten through and not seen any other elected officials. If you're out there and I haven't found you yet, feel free to unmute and get my attention. Yeah, I think we're through. Perfect. Well, we will keep moving on.
Carla?
Again. Yes. Oh, Chris, I forgot you. I'm so sorry. Chris is on the production team this week with this awesome meeting we're doing, and I just didn't even think about him. Chris, King County Conservation Supervisor, go right ahead.
Thank you, Carla. Just want to remind everyone that as spring approaches and we think about our gardens, native plants, native plants, native plants. They're great for the soil, great for butterflies, bees, insects, and helps the environment. Native plants, thanks.
All right, great. Thank you, Chris. All right, let's move along to our agenda. You'll notice here, I do have the agenda on the screen. I sent it out also on Sunday. I have a strike through our convention resolutions. I need to remove that from the agenda this week because our presenter is under the weather. I'm not sure. Yes, Bunny is here tonight, but she's not able to talk. So it would be hard to give a convention resolutions presentation without being able to talk. We will push that off to August and we'll give you a full wrap up on the convention at that time. Other than that, are there any other discussion points on the agenda? All right. May I have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda? Please say your name as well.
Rachel Glass, so moved.
And second.
And Martin second. Rachel Glass makes the motion. Are there any objections to adopting the agenda as amended there? Any objections? Hopefully that doesn't mean there was an objection. I'm going to keep going. Hearing no objections, the motion passes by unanimous consent and the agenda is adopted. Thank you. All right, here are our minutes. I also sent these out and Soleil will put a link in the chat for you. The screen is showing page 1 and 2, and there's 3 of our minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes? I'm sure you all looked at them thoroughly on Sunday. If there are no corrections, may I have a motion and a second, please?
This is Ann. I will move.
Thank you. And Martin.
I'll second. Thompson.
Hi, Tamsin.
Hi, I
You?
second.
Sarah, that is Tamsin Spangler. All right, very good. Are there any objections to adopting the minutes as proposed for the May 11th meeting? Any objections? All right, hearing no objections, the motion passes by unanimous consent and the minutes are adopted. We'll move on to the budget. Sarah, sorry, I'm so used to having Sarah do this. Sarah Koch, our production awesome person in the background for all my meetings, had a baby a couple of weeks ago and she is out tonight. And so I have Soleil working in the background for us tonight. Soleil is going to put the budget report into the chat. And this also was sent out for you to read on Sunday. And I want to welcome Julie Whitaker on to review the treasurer's report.
Hi, everyone. Our May treasurer's report, our beginning balance was $30,444.71. Our income was $2,709.04. That included memberships, fundraiser donations, and bank fees paid. Our expenses were $613.86. And our ending balance was $32,539.89.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate it. Okay. Any questions on the treasurer's report? I also want to point out on the slide there is our membership count. I did that count probably on Monday, and I know I had a whole bunch of last minute hoping to endorse renewals last night and even a few today. So that number might be off a little bit, but that was our membership, including 101 PCOs, of which we're hoping to continue to recruit additional PCOs this year. But any questions on the treasurer's report, or I will file it for audit. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to call next on Gina Top, who is organizing our awesome fundraiser next month on July 14th. Gina.
Thank you, Chair Rogers. And I think Soleil has the links as well to put in the chat. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gina Top, and I have the great privilege of planning the 34th District Democrats annual fundraiser. And this year's fundraiser is coming up on July 14th at 6 p.m. at Arthur's Restaurant in the Admiral District. Again, the link is in the chat with the details and where to purchase the ticket. Excuse me, I just got my papers covering the camera. This is our latest fundraiser, or this is our largest fundraiser of the year. And our funds raised here go towards our electoral work. That means the funds raised goes towards helping us get out the vote. You know, we are a grassroots organization, and it's imperative that we get out the vote in our own district to make sure that we keep the progressive base of the 34 active and engaged. But it also helps us knock on doors in critical districts throughout Washington state, where maybe they're a little less blue, but they're imperative to keeping our Democratic majorities in the state legislature. And now more than ever, as we see Roe v. Wade and abortion rights being left up to the states, it's imperative that we keep our majorities in the state legislature. We also GOTV, or get out the vote, in critical federal districts like the 8th Congressional District here in Washington, ensuring that we keep Representative Kim Schreier in office so we can keep our majority in the US House and continue to push for laws that reduce gun violence. I don't know if anyone else saw the hearing today in Congress with the 11-year-old, sorry, I'm getting choked up, involved with the Uvalde shooting, and her words, and we have to have action, and this helps with that work. We are a grassroots organization. We run off the contributions from our annual event. So now is the time to purchase your ticket, help the cause, and invite a friend along to a fun evening with great food, spirits, and company, and join the fight to save our majorities. We don't turn anyone away. If you're unable to purchase a ticket or afford a ticket, there are lots of volunteer opportunities. I would love your help either before or during the event. So please reach out to me. My contact information is in the chat, or if you have any questions in general about the event, please reach out to me. Thank you again, and I'll give it back to you, Chair.
Awesome. Thank you, Gina. This event will really be a fun night, very casual. This is not a stiff event. We've actually gotten pretty good responses from our electeds, and we don't want to make them feel awkward as well. We really just want to get together. It's been so long that we've been able to come to a nice event and be in person, and this should be really fun. Hope everyone, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there. Even if you can't attend, maybe you're out of town or you have other plans that day, we still would love your support in the form of a donation as well. If you go into that link that Soleil has put in the chat, you can also just make a donation. So please remember that our work, the work we do is not free. Yes, we're all volunteers, but we do have costs, and the more that we raise, the more we can do to help, the more donations we can give to candidates. So we need this financial support to do our part in getting out the vote and then supporting our endorsed candidates that we're going to be seeing tonight. Last month, moving on, last month at the debate, I had several people sending me messages about changing the way the screen is presented. And I want to point out that you control your Zoom view. It's not us. This is a type of tool where you have the power to make changes. So I put a couple screenshots here in the slide to help you with that if you are troubled by the lovely timer that we have to put up for our speakers. All you need to do is click on that little view button at the top there, top right of your screen, and then that will pop a little drop down, and you want to pick side by side mode, and then that way it will just control the size of all those different elements in your screen. So hopefully that helps you as you get into the endorsements. All right, it's time. First off, I just want to remind everyone that we already endorsed Senator Patty Murray for her reelection campaign, and also Steve Hobbs, Washington Secretary of State. These votes were done back in April, so we won't be voting on them tonight. But we do have plenty of other things to vote on, plenty of other races to vote on tonight. I'm going to take you first through some process points so that, you know, if you're new to this, as I was last year, we'll review how this goes so that you kind of get your feet under you. So please listen closely. So first off, you have to be, this is all about eligibility. You have to be a member. Make sure everyone's on mute, please. You have to be a member of our organization as a new member by May 11th, which was our last meeting in May. And then renewing members had to be joined by last night. If you renewed today, unfortunately, you missed the deadline. We cannot be flexible on this. This is our bylaws, and it is just the way we have to go forward. And I did the best I could to remind everyone 100 times that you needed to get your membership in on time in order to do your endorsement votes. So just be aware of that. You must also reside in the district. Anybody can join, right? We have members who've moved out of the area who still want to support our work. They still send in a donation and are a member, but they aren't eligible to vote on endorsements. You must reside in the district, which makes sense. And then I also want to call out that part of our process and part of the technical craziness that goes on in the background is we take all the votes that we get and we knock them up against our membership list. That is what takes the time in the background. So we are checking to make sure that everyone who votes is on the membership list, and that's membership, including PCOs as well. Also, we have, and I'll probably bring this up again later on, but if you are in a position where you have multiple people looking at one computer or one tablet as you try to do these votes, you're only going to get one ballot. We use the Zoom poll tool, so it only allows for one ballot. So the way that you vote, if you are, you know, maybe a husband and wife are looking at a single computer, have one person vote, and then have the other person use the chat mechanism here inside Zoom and send your vote to Soleil Lewis, who is one of our co-hosts. And she should be at the very top of your participants list because she is a co-host. Send her your vote. You're going to want to put your name and your vote, and you do that for every single vote. Okay, and again, I'll bring that up again as we get into it. Our tally committee is, just want to thank really quick, Chris Porter and excuse me, Trey Likens. Trey did this last year as well and came back for a second year to help us again to do it. He's our membership chair as well. He wrote a program to make all the magic happen in the background. So thank you particularly to Trey and to Chris and Ann Martin as well, who's timing and also helping out with the tally. So thanks to those folks who have gone the extra mile to help us out tonight. All right. One last thing. Again, it all depends on how this goes. We may need a little bit of extra time. So what we're going to do as we move through these votes, if we get a result that's ready, we will announce that. However, you know, as we get into it, if we've got multiple ballots, if it starts, you know, being, you know, more going on, we may not have those results until after the program. So I would just encourage you, if you want to hear the results, to stick around and you'll hear them after the program. Okay. All right. Next, I just want to, again, for those of you who don't live and breathe this, like I do recently, tell you about the life of an endorsement. This is how it will go. I will open the floor for motions of endorsement, and it will be for a single race. Eligible voters, again, you must be a member or a PCO. You will motion by holding up your hand to make that motion, and then I'll also need a second. Also must be a member to make a second. I will take all of the motions for any candidates being motioned for endorsement for that particular race, and then I'll close down the nominations. Once I close the nominations, we'll get into speeches. If there are, of course, if there are multiple candidates, which I am expecting for a couple of these races, we will have speeches for both going on. There are 2-minute speeches. Again, you must be a member to make a speech. We will start with a speech for endorsement for the particular candidate, and then I'll ask if there's anyone opposed to the endorsement. If there's no one opposed to the endorsement, we're done with that particular candidate. We don't have multiple for speeches. We only go for, against, and there's a total of 2 maximum. Okay. At the end of all the speeches, then we vote. It's as simple as that. It seems kind of crazy, but this is how we do it, and it usually works pretty well once we get into it. Does anybody have any questions on this? All right, good. All right, ballots. This is the last piece of information. So the first ballot, so let's say we have candidate A and candidate B. The first ballot will include A, B, and a third no endorsement. Okay. If that first ballot does not yield a 60% vote, then we automatically move to the second ballot. In the second ballot, we will include just the top 2 vote getters, probably the candidates, if there are 2 candidates, rather than the no endorsement. But again, it's the top 2. Second ballot will be top 2 candidates. Again, has to have 60%. The hope, of course, sorry, my computer is getting a little crazy on me. The hope is that you're going to get a winner on that second ballot. But if you don't, I then will accept any motions. It has to be a motion. It's not an automatic. Those motions, that motion would be to dual endorse. Someone will be asked, or I'll ask for motions. We'll have to have a second, and then there will be a third ballot for dual endorsement. And the third ballot is a yes or no vote. Yes, dual endorse, or no dual endorse. Okay. And also, again, requires a 60% majority. If we don't get 60% at all in any of these ballots, we do not make an endorsement. Okay. All right. Couple of tips, and then we'll get started. To make a motion, please raise your hand in Zoom, and I will call on you. Please note that some of the candidates have asked me to specifically call on a person of their choice. We do that, for obvious reasons. So I will very likely get multiple hands, but I do have several folks that have been designated. All speeches are 2 minutes. We are going to put a little timer up, and we'll control that, and you'll have 2 minutes. If you have a question, which is raising a point of order, please, again, raise your hand and I'll answer you. All right. I have on here that our votes are 2 minutes. If we go faster than that and we get our, the folks that I'm expecting to vote completed, I might turn it down a little bit early, but again, it's your responsibility to vote when the window is open. So please be ready and do it as soon as you can. Again, you can also, if you need to, chat your message to Soleil Lewis, only to Soleil. Don't send it to everybody. You'll be revealing your vote to everyone. Send it only to Soleil, and she will capture that and put it into our tally. I want to remind everyone, this generally happens all the time. There's at least one of these. You cannot motion for dual endorsement out of order. So don't even bother. We have to go through the ballot 1, ballot 2, and then third ballot would be our dual endorsement. If you're speaking against a motion to endorse, again, this happens quite often. This is against a motion to endorse. You cannot use that time to speak for your candidate. I will call you out of order for that as well. Okay. Good times. Again, just a quick thing about external votes. I am putting here a telephone number. If for some reason you can't use Zoom chat, write that phone number down and text them to Soleil. But I would very much prefer, and she would very much prefer, if you use the chat mechanism. All right. Also, please do not vote on Zoom and text your vote. They will be deduped, so don't even try it. Okay, I think that's it. Here is our list. Here is our order. I'm going to be.
Excuse me,
Yes.
Carla, I raised my hand a while ago, but you didn't see it. I wanted to alert people that the timing for the vote is actually on the ballot. I won't be running the timer unless you ask me to.
Yes. Yeah, good, great clarification. When I open up a poll for you to endorse, for you to vote, I will call out where that little timer is. The timer is going to be for the speeches. Okay. All right. So this is our order. First off, we are going to start with our block vote or our slate vote. I have, okay, hold on, I've got to let some people in here. I have, I think Sarah is planning to do this motion, but I'll tell you that our executive board does propose this slate vote. However, be aware that these are candidates who are not opposed. We do not traditionally put candidates on a slate unless they are not opposed at all or not opposed by a Democrat. So this here is our list of slate candidates, included, again, all unopposed or unopposed by a Democrat. All right, I want to just call out also that with slates, if anyone rises to say they would like to have any particular person pulled off the slate, we can do that. We don't have to have a second. There won't be a vote. We will just remove it from the slate. However, if that does happen, then at the end of our voting, we will open the floor for any additional candidates to be endorsed. So those people could be added on a separate ballot. I don't see a huge benefit in taking an unopposed candidate off a slate just to vote on them separately, but our rules do allow for that if anyone feels the need. Okay. All right, we're still admitting people. And I want to give a couple people who just joined a moment to get in here before we start voting so that they can participate in our first vote this evening. So just to, I'll take a moment while we're waiting for them to get settled. I do want to remind everyone of our 34th Code of Conduct. We treat everyone with dignity, respect, and worth. We always use welcoming and inclusive language, and we assume good intent on the part of speakers and participants. So let's make this a nice, easygoing evening. All
Thank you,
right.
Chair. Beautifully stated.
Sure. Okay, I think everybody is in and settled.
All right.
As per our endorsement rules, I'd like to ask, I think it's, yeah, Sarah, are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
So
fantastic.
I move that we request unanimous consent for the endorsement of the block as recommended by the board. And I so motion.
And again, this slate is prepared for you by our executive board. They are unopposed candidates. We've still got people coming in. Unopposed candidates or unopposed by a Democrat candidates. All right, and I need a second, please.
I second it. Tamsin Spangler.
Thank you, Tamsin. Very good. All right, I will first say, if there is no opposition, I'd love to just do this as a voice vote so that we don't have to go through a ballot. Anyone have objection to doing a voice vote on this slate? Any objections? Last call for objections. And every time I say that, a beep happens. I think someone's trying to signal me. Okay, great. Well, everyone, let's go ahead and unmute yourself. And we'll start with I for accepting the slate.
Aye.
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 All right, anyone opposed, please say nay. All right, I think it's unanimous. Sarah, thank you. We have our first set of, gosh, how many is this? Lots of endorsed candidates. Senator Nguyen is probably still with us. Congratulations. All right. Now,
Joe Fitzgibbon is also here.
oh, hello, Representative Fitzgibbon. I didn't see you in the beginning. Welcome and congratulations. All right, so we're going to start with actual ballot voting, starting with King County Prosecutor. I am going to unshare my screen because we need to get our timer ready. Signal. Oh, Gina, do you have your hand raised?
I was just gonna make a motion for prosecutor.
Oh, you were all ready to go.
Yep, I was all ready to go.
You are on it. Okay, fantastic. Go right ahead.
I move that we endorse Lisa Mannion for prosecuting attorney.
All right, thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Nick Bonazza.
Thank you, Nick. Are there any other motions from the floor for King County Prosecutor? Any other motions for King County Prosecutor? Well, you guys are going to make it the second one easy too. Nominations are now closed. Fantastic. Well, I would say we should be able to consider doing a voice vote on this one as well. Anyone object to doing a voice vote for King County Prosecutor? Great. Well, let's start then, Gina, with your speech for Lisa Mannion.
Yeah, I'm gonna cede my time to Lisa.
Great. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone here at the 34th, my home district. It's really nice to be here with you. And I just want to say thank you so much for the work that you engage in. I know it comes at the expense of your private time and your time with family, but it's super important and I appreciate the engagement. Just some things that you may not know about me that don't appear on my website. I'm really proud of the work I've done to promote racial justice. Within the prosecuting attorney's office, I started our ESJ committee, our Equity Social Justice Committee. I implemented mandatory implicit bias training for both attorneys and staff that join the office to get to the heart of fair and impartial decision making. We also have mandatory introduction to cultural competency training with Dr. Caprice Hollins to really get to the heart of understanding how race intersects with the criminal justice system. I'm really proud of that work. I'm really proud of the work that I've done to launch a pay equity study for the women attorneys in our office. We discovered that many of the women were not getting paid on par with their male counterparts. So I corrected that and made those corrections retroactive. I'm also proud to have the strong support of Senator Jonah Nguyen, Representative Fitzgibbon, King County Executive Dow Constantine, and I am very close to having the full slate of endorsements from all of our legislative districts. And I am exceptionally proud of that because I really think our ledge districts is at the very heart of our democracy. So I would love to add the 34th to that list. So thank you so much for having me tonight, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
All right, thank you. And very economical with your 2 minutes. Appreciate it. All right, is there anyone opposed to the to the endorsement of Lisa Mannion? Anyone opposed? All right. Well, congratulations, Lisa.
Thank you.
Endorsed by unanimous consent.
I am very honored to have the endorsement of the 34th. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we're going to move on to the Washington House of Representatives race. This is position 1. I'd like to ask if there are any motions for endorsement at this time. Please raise your Zoom hand. All right, oh boy, I'm going to completely butcher your name. Seeley?
Yay. No, that was perfect, Madam Chair.
Very good.
My name is. Oh, do I just go?
Sorry. So I'll take the motion and the second, and then we'll come back to you for speech.
All right.
Sarah, do you have the name? Can you pick it out of the list? I know you will need to have the spelling.
I can get it. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Is there a second? Oh, I'm sorry.
Madam Chair,
I knew what was coming, so it was already done in my head.
Right.
So sorry, Seeley, go right ahead with your.
I was like, wow, I spoke really fast.
Like mind melt.
Hi, everybody. My name is Seeley Savusa. It's good to see you all. I'm here to make a motion to endorse. I'm so nervous. Emily Alvarado for legislature, position number 1 in the House of Representatives.
Okay. Thank you, Seeley. Is there a second? Michelle.
Hi, yes, I'm Michelle Thomas, and I second Emily Alvarado.
Need folks to go on mute, please. That was Michelle Thomas.
Yeah, and do I get to speak now or?
No, I'll come back to you. After I close nominations, we'll do speeches.
Thanks.
Right back at you. Okay, we have a motion and a second for Emily Alvarado. Are there any other motions? I'm going to go with Lori Hennessy.
Hi, yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we nominate and endorse Leah Griffin for the position.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Nick Benazza.
Okay, thank you, Nick.
Second, Sean Wigg.
All right, Sean, we got a third actually. Thank you. All right, are there any other nominations? All right, nominations are now closed. Let's start with Seeley, and you have 2 minutes on the clock, or you may cede some of that time to the candidate.
I'd like to cede my time to the candidate, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Emily Alvarado. I'm a longtime housing justice champion, a Latina, an attorney, a mom of 2 public school kids, and I care deeply about our future. Everyone should have quality healthcare, public education, affordable housing in a safe, thriving community. I believe in shared prosperity and in justice for all. I'm a first-time candidate, but I've spent my life working to make meaningful change. I'm inspired to be your state representative to build on my experience and make real progress for the 34th District in the state of Washington. I've spent over a decade as a nonprofit leader and director of the Seattle Office of Housing, and I have hands-on experience creating affordable homes and investing in connected communities. I'll bring creative ideas to the state and scale the solutions that work to address our housing crisis, provide stability for seniors and families, address displacement, get people out of homelessness, and connect people to the support they need, like behavioral health services. I'll take a proactive approach to address inequity in schools and push for educational opportunity for all kids. I'll make progress for working families, supporting pathways to living wage jobs, accessible childcare, and climate resilient infrastructure. As a former Planned Parenthood organizer, I'll defend reproductive rights now when we need it more than ever. I've received sole endorsements from the SEA, Seattle Education Association, the Housing Alliance Action Fund, and the Washington State Labor Council because I've led on our biggest issues and they know I'll work hard to get things done in Olympia. I'm proud to have endorsements from elected leaders like Dow Constantine, Teresa Mosqueda, and many others. I've been talking to voters across the district in South Park, Admiral, Fauntleroy, White Center, Delridge. Our neighbors want someone who will deliver progressive change. Now's the time for action. I'll bring proven track record, values-driven leadership, collaborative leadership, and I'd be honored to have your vote and your endorsement. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily. All right, would any member or PCO like to speak against the motion to endorse Emily Alvarado?
Chair, one quick question. I missed who seconded the endorsement for Emily Alvarado.
Michelle Thomas.
That was Michelle Thomas.
Thank you.
So again, would any member or PCO like to speak against the motion to endorse Emily Alvarado for House of Representatives position 1? Okay, seeing no hands, I will move over to the motion from Lori Hennessy. Lori, would you like to?
Art Chippendale raised his hand. I just want to let you know.
Art, thank you, Ann. I didn't see you. You snuck in there. What's up, Nick? I mean, what's up, Art?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'd like to speak against nominating or voting for Emily Alvarado. She, in her 7 years as the director of the city housing department, they have actually not increased housing as much as they were purported to do. In between 2018 and 2021, the policies that were enacted actually decreased available affordable housing in the city and led to a situation that makes it even more difficult for them to reach their goal, which was to increase the number of affordable houses by 2,500 each year. They actually, over that 3-year period, lost some 700 plus available units. So in light of that fact, I do not believe she would be my choice and I'll cede the rest of my time to Leah.
No, Art, I think that's out of order, but thank you.
Yeah, that's not how it works, Art. Sorry. Thank you, though. All right. So that means we'll go to Michelle Thomas. Michelle, you'll have 2 minutes.
Great. Yes, I'm Michelle Thomas, and I'm speaking on behalf of Emily Alvarado. I've lived in the 34th legislative district for 17 years. I'm an advocate for tenant protections, affordable housing, and an end to homelessness. And I'm fortunate to work with many state level lawmakers on these issues. From my over 20 years of state legislative experience, I've learned what it takes to be a successful lawmaker. There's a lot of people who run for office with good values, but there are few who are able to be successful in passing hard bills or securing significant budget appropriations. I'm here today in support of Emily Alvarado for our next state representative because I know she has the skills, the experience, and the drive to not only vote the right way, but to be a legislative leader on tough issues. I've known Emily via our mutual work on affordable housing and homelessness for 17 years. And in each of those years, she has stood out as a fierce, brilliant, and creative advocate. She's innovative and pushes for solutions in a manner that doesn't turn people off, but instead brings them in. She challenges and pushes in a way that brings others along with her. This is a really unique skill that we need in our next representative and in the state legislature in general. She's able to bring people with opposing viewpoints together to find agreement. Her commitment to racial and gender equity isn't just talk, it's deeply held, and it shows up in all of her work. The 34th Legislative District needs a proven leader that we can be confident has the skills, experience, drive, and tenacity to pass bold solutions to our affordable housing and homelessness crisis, and the many other urgent issues facing the 34th Legislative District and King County in general. Emily has the capacity and breadth of experience to lead on multiple priority issues for our district, and she understands that issues are interconnected and intersectional. I urge you to join me in supporting Emily for our next state representative. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Are there any other members or PCO who would like to speak against the motion to endorse Emily Alvarado? Please raise your hand. Okay, seeing none. Very good. Now we'll move over to Leah Griffin. Laurie Hennessy, you have 2 minutes, or you may cede all or part of your time to the candidate.
I will take it. Thank you. Hello, neighbors. I've lived on Vashon for 21 years and West Seattle before that. I love this community, and I'm speaking tonight on behalf of my dear friend and colleague, Leah Griffin, who's running to be our next state representative. Leah and I are fellow board members of the National Women's Political Caucus, and I have seen firsthand the passion that she has for our neighbors, her legislative successes, and her powerful leadership skills. As our communities worry about gun violence, the fall of Roe, our kids' mental health and access to good education, climate change, homelessness crisis, and much more, we need someone who knows how to get things done. Leah has successfully fought for laws for inclusive, high-quality sexual health education, reproductive and trans health care, and training for sexual assault nurse examiners, among many, many more accomplishments. She not only understands that we need stricter gun laws and a new approach to public safety, a more progressive tax code, mass investments in public transportation, accessible behavioral healthcare services, policies which address the systemic racism in our institutions, and a new approach to our failed housing and homelessness policies. But she will actually do the work to make it all possible. A vote for Leah tonight is a vote for evidence-based solutions and deep community-based leadership. We need someone who not only has a proven track record of getting successful legislation passed, but who is driven by passion. Leah is extremely involved in our community, serving on our board here for the 34th as a precinct committee officer, a board member of the King County Dems, and a state party delegate. She has the support of many leaders, including Senator Jo Wynn, because they've seen her effectiveness and they know she'll bring tireless dedication to Olympia. And that's why I and many others are having an event for her on Vashon. I'm deeply humbled by Leah. She took something in her life that was very difficult and from it changed the world a little. Time again, she has stood up for our community as a neighbor. I cannot wait to see what she will do as our representative. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone, member or PCO, who would like to speak against the nomination for Leah Griffin? Anyone want to speak against the nomination for Leah Griffin? Okay, I see no hands. Last chance. All right. Speeches are now closed. At this time, the campaigns, Leah's campaign, Emily's campaign, are allowed to have up to 2 people in our tally room, which is a breakout room. If you would like to just observe, how we crunch the data. The magic will happen in the back room there. If you would like to have Leah or Emily, if you would like to have anyone from your campaign watch over the tally process, please send a chat message to Soleil and she will push you into the breakout room. Okay. All right. At this
Madam,
point,
Madam Chair,
yes, ma'am.
did Leah have a chance to speak?
No, she did not. Lori took her 2 minutes. If there had been a speaker against, then we would have had an opportunity to have another person speak or have Leah speak, but that is how the speeches are structured. And
Okay.
that's how it was probably Leah's choice to have Lori take that entire 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
It's the roll of the dice. All right. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our first poll. Again, if you have an issue with voting for whatever reason, please feel free to send in chat to Soleil Lewis, a co-host, your vote, including your name. If you don't include your name, your vote will not be counted. Okay. All right, let me find my ballot. Okay, sorry that takes so long. I can't explain it. And here we go. Please, you can see the little clock ticker up there at the top by the little green icon. You have 2 minutes. Please vote right away. Again, only PCOs and current members of the 34th may vote.
And our name?
I'm sorry?
We put our name somewhere and there's no place to put it.
No, only if you send your vote in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Vote with the ballot. All you have to do is click 2 buttons.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. The system actually takes your name from when you signed in and pushes it across to the data pool.
Thank you. Okay.
Great question, though. I'm very delighted to see 115 people here tonight. That's by far the most we've had all year. I wish we had 100 people at every meeting. But last year we were at the, I think around 350. So I'm quite happy to be with 116. All right, Elizabeth, you have a question? Elizabeth Heath, I see your hand up. You need to take yourself off mute. Okay. Elizabeth, let me know if you can unmute yourself there. Happy to answer any question you have.
Just wanted to give you an FYI. I am trying to vote on the poll from my cell phone. It's not working. This is Roxanne Thayer, so I sent it in the chat to Soleil.
Okay, perfect.
I think Elizabeth is unmuted now.
Okay, thank you. Elizabeth, did you have a question?
I was having trouble voting, but I figured it out, so I'm good.
Great. All right, we are at 2 minutes, 25 seconds. I'm ending the poll. Okay, we will start looking at that data. All right, so while we are looking at that data, we're going to move on to our next race. Let's see here. Okay, we'll move on to our 2 judicial contested races. We had lots of judicial races this year, but only 2 of them are contested. So we will take individual ballots for both of those. First off, we will be looking at the Seattle Municipal Court Judge Position 3. I'd like to ask if there are any motions or for endorsement at this time for this is Position 3, Seattle Municipal Court Judge. I'll take any hands. And again, if we do not, okay, there we go. Thank you, Anne.
I just want to ask if there's some way for you to share the candidates, like share a screen with the candidates. That's all. That's fine if that's not.
I do not
If you're
have that
not able to-
prepared. I only have slides with the races. The ballots have the.
Okay,
the
that's
candidates.
fine. I just thought maybe that would be useful to people, but.
Shirley, you had your hand up?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm kind of coupled with the woman who just spoke a moment ago, but could you tell us the names? Is there anybody that can tell us who the candidates on? I don't know them by the position number.
Sure. Okay. I
I'm
will-
sorry. Thank you.
No, and actually this was this great feedback. I just didn't think to do that. Okay, so position 3 is Adam Eisenberg. And I'm gonna probably mess up this name, but Pooja Badadi, I believe.
Thank you.
Adam Eisenberg and Pooja Badadi. Again, position 3. Again, if we, okay. Shirley, you have your hand up again?
Yes, I would like to endorse, I'd like to move to endorse Adam Eisenberg, please.
Thank you. We have Shirley Wilson motioning to endorse Adam Eisenberg. Is there a second?
This is Carolyn Ladd. I'll second.
Thank you, Carolyn. Again, Carolyn Ladd for Sarah. All right, we have one nomination, Adam Eisenberg for Seattle Municipal Court Judge, position 3. Are there any other nominations? Amy Sundberg.
Yes, hi. I would like to nominate Pooja Badadi for judge.
Okay, thank you. That was Amy Sundberg, and is there a second? Need a second.
I'll second. This is Catherine Wolverton.
Thank you. Catherine Wolverton has seconded the nomination of Pooja Badadi. Are there any other nominations? And it seems silly to say that when I know that there are only 2 candidates. All right, the nominations are now closed. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to my, I believe that was Shirley, right, that made the first nomination for Adam Eisenberg.
Correct.
Okay, you have 2 minutes to speak, or you may cede your time to the candidate.
I will cede my time to the candidate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Adam Eisenberg. As a Seattle Municipal Court judge for the past 5 years, I have fought to make our courtrooms a place where healing and restoration are possible by championing rehabilitative and trauma-informed principles. I came to this work with over 20 years of legal experience as a defense attorney, prosecutor, a court commissioner, and a magistrate. I also served on the board of our state's LGBTQIA+ Bar Association, Q-Law. I am keenly aware of the inequities and systemic racism that plagues our court system. That's why I support restorative justice programs like the Domestic Violence Intervention Project, a pilot we're doing in Seattle Municipal Court that provides individualized treatment for those who commit intimate partner violence. I wrote about DVIP in an op-ed piece for the Seattle Times this past October, and I urged the state legislature to pay the cost of court-ordered domestic violence intervention. For those who have health insurance in our state, substance abuse and mental health treatment are covered. That's not true with domestic violence, and the burden falls on the offender and their families. That often includes the survivors of the abuse. DVIP is an example of restorative justice. It holds individuals accountable while providing an alternative to jail. I'm very proud to say I've received the endorsements of 8 Supreme Court justices, including Chief Justice Stephen Gonzalez, Justice Mary Yu, and Justice Helen Whitener, and from retired Justice Bobby Bridge. I have previously been rated exception well qualified by the King County Bar, Latina Bar Associations, Lauren Miller, Q-Law, and Asian Bar Associations. I would be honored to earn your support tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to the nomination of Adam Eisenberg. Anyone want to speak in opposition? Okay. All right, speeches for Adam Eisenberg are now closed. We'll move over to Amy Sundberg. You have 2 minutes to speak on behalf, or cede time to the candidate on your motion for Pooja Badati.
Thank you so much. My name is Amy Sundberg. I know a lot of you don't know me yet, but I am the Seattle co-chair for People Power Washington Police Accountability, and we work a lot in police accountability and criminal legal systems in King County and in Seattle. I'm here to talk about Pooja Badati. She's just received the King County Democrats endorsement and is taking an approach to justice that, while it respects and defends the law, also sees people for who they are and meets them where they're at. I believe that she believes in decriminalizing drug addiction and is not just focused on punitive solutions, but trying to make people really safer and heal more and just see criminal justice from a more holistic perspective. So that is why I'm speaking on her behalf tonight. Thank you. I cede the rest of my time.
Thank you.
I assume that means it's my turn now.
Yes, yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pooja Badati, and I am running for Judicial Position 3 in Municipal Court. At this time, I've been endorsed by the 46th LD, the 37th LD, the Young Democrats of King County, and the King County Democrats. And today I'm respectfully asking for your endorsement. I'm a first-generation Indian American, a child of immigrants, a Washington native, and a career public defender. For my entire life, the only career that's ever called to me has been service through the law. And now I'm running for judge in Seattle in order to serve and help the community that raised me. The core of my campaign platform is restorative justice, which I hope to achieve through fairness, compassion, and a refocusing on our collective efforts on the many underutilized rehabilitative programs Seattle has founded over the last few years. Compassion to me means understanding that every defendant, witness, and victim is a human being with their own challenges and struggles. I hope very much to be elected to the bench and to implement compassion on my platform. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone who would rise to speak against Pooja Badati for Seattle Municipal Court Judge, Position 3? Anyone wish to speak against this nomination? This motion, excuse me. Okay, very good. Speeches are now closed. And we will move along. Same for you, your two campaigns. If you would like to go in and observe the tally, please send your note over to Soleil in the chat and she will pull you into the breakout room. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and launch our next poll. Hopefully everyone is seeing the poll. There we go. And it looks like we've broken Zoom. The clock is not working. I'll give everyone just about 2 minutes by my own clock. Anne, are you seeing the clock doing weird things? Or is it just me?
I don't see the, oh yeah, the clock, well, nope, it's going to 0 and stuff. I put the clock up, but
okay.
My timer up so that.
Okay, sounds good.
I hope people can see it if they move the poll around. I don't know what other people see.
It kind of looks like it's resolved itself, but we're still good. I've got about another 45 seconds.
Okay, I'll stop sharing mine then.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. Got 77 votes out of 108 participants. I'm going to leave it open for another few seconds. Oh my goodness. Great. Sorry, our technical issues are starting to rear their heads. I'm going to close this down. Thank you for voting. 77 votes of 108. All right, we will move on to the last contested race. Okay. This race is Seattle Municipal Court Judge Position 7. And this is a race between Damon Shadid and Nijat Rose Akins. Okay, does that help? Again, Seattle Municipal Court Judge Position 7. Are there any nominations for this position? Seattle Municipal Court Judge Position 7. Any nominations? Okay. I'm going to go with Safarina Day. I probably brutalized your name. Sorry about that.
No problem. Safriana Day. I'd like to nominate Damon Shadid.
Okay, thank you. We have a nomination for Damon Shadid. Do we have a second?
I missed the name on that first, please.
Oh, Safariana. I hope I got that right. Last name Day, D-A-Y.
Thank you.
This is Carolyn Ladd. I'll second.
Thank you. That was Carolyn Ladd seconding. Are there any other nominations for Seattle Municipal Court Judge Position 7? Soleil, are you making a nomination? Or Shirley Wilson?
I'd like to make a nomination, please.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
For Ms. Rose Atkins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a motion for Nijat Rose Akins. Do I have a second?
A second.
That was Soleil. Okay, Soleil Lewis seconded. Very good. Any other nominations? Okay. Nominations are now closed. We'll start again with Safariana. I hope that's right. Day speaking on behalf of Damon Shadid. Go right ahead. You have 2 minutes, or you may cede your time or part of your time.
Thank you. I'd love to cede my time. Candidate.
Very good.
Hello, everyone. My name is Judge Damon Shadid. I'm the incumbent in this race. I've been serving Seattle Municipal Court for the past 8 years. I was proud to receive the endorsement of the 34th 8 years ago, and it was one of the big moments in my campaign that really got rolling. 8 years ago, I promised you that I would create reform in the criminal legal system, and reform is what I have delivered, but there is so much more work to be done. I want to highlight a couple of things that I've done at Seattle Municipal Court that I feel have truly changed the face of justice in Seattle. First, I have started a new community court. I was able to break down silos, unify Department of Public Defense, the city attorney's office, and the court behind a shared vision of connecting low-level offenders to services instead of holding them in jail. I was able to expand the mental health court to help more people be connected with services in the community to assist their mental health problems. I created a consolidated calendar, one calendar per week, where every defendant working with a caseworker in the community can have one-stop shopping to come to court so those caseworkers can spend more time in the community. I've worked statewide on reform for translators in the court to make sure that interpreters are provided to everybody. We rewrote the rules for professional conduct for interpreters, and we wrote bench cards that were adopted statewide. But there's more work to be done, and I would be honored to receive your support. I've already received support from Supreme Court Justices Yu, Gonzalez, Whitener. I've got good support from labor, including the machinists and the transit union. And I would love to have your support as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see the rest of my time back to the floor. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Is there anyone who would rise to speak against the nomination for Damon Shadid? Please raise your hand if you do. No hands at this time. Still no hands. Okay, moving along, thank you. I believe, I'm sorry, I'm losing my track here. Shirley, I believe you nominated the other candidate, is that correct?
Yes.
Shirley Wilson, thank you. Shirley, you have 2 minutes. You may cede the time to the candidate or part of the time. Shirley Wilson, are you?
Oh, thank
with
you.
us?
I forgot to unmute. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Cede my time to the candidate, please.
Okay, thank you. Najat, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm Najat Rose Akins, and I'm running for position 7 on the Seattle Municipal Court bench. I love Seattle. I became a US citizen here, but I've seen it erode with the breakdown of collaboration across the city. I'm running for Seattle Municipal Court to help repair this breakdown, to improve community confidence in the court, and to return to an individualized approach to judicial decision-making. In my 12 years at the City Attorney's Office, I've partnered with community members, government officials, law enforcement, and businesses. I've seen firsthand that issues affecting communities are rarely resolved in silos. Real change takes collaboration from everyone involved, a willingness to listen, and taking responsibility when things are not working. Systems can always be better. I am the candidate that can make Seattle Municipal Court better. I've worked in the public sector in Seattle for my entire legal career. For my entire legal career. I'm sorry, my computer is messing up. So for my entire legal career, I've developed great understanding of all types of cases that come before the court. While working with the criminal division, I tried over 60 cases in Seattle Municipal Court. I resolved cases in mental health court, community court, and domestic violence court. My awareness for how criminal cases impact all those involved has further deepened since serving regularly as a pro tem judge within King County. These experiences in the Seattle City Attorney's Office and serving as a pro tem judge have shaped my judicial philosophy. I understand that the court cannot single-handedly solve all the problems affecting communities, but by being innovative and willing to try alternative approaches, it can change the course of someone's life. My approach to decision-making from the bench is to listen first, decide last, and never let my ego interfere with fulfilling my judicial responsibilities. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Is there anyone that would rise to speak against the motion to nominate Nijat Rose Akins for this position 7 Seattle Municipal Court? Anyone rising to speak against? Okay, fantastic. Speeches are now closed. And we are ready to take this vote. Give me 2 seconds. I will get the ballot up. I shouldn't say 2 seconds. I should say 20 seconds. They don't make it easy. Okay, here we go. Please go ahead and vote. You'll see the timer up in the corner.
The timer seems to be jumping around.
Oh, it's doing it again?
Yeah, but it looks like eventually it gets to the right place, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was glitchy last time as well, but by about one minute, it was in good shape. Just vote now. We are at 75 of 105. Last time we had 77, so I think we're pretty close to being done for this one. Any additional votes? Okay. 76. Few more seconds. There's 77. Very good. All right, I think we're at a minute 10. Any more votes? Oh, there's 78. Let me keep it open all the way to 2. All right, I think we are good. We are at 78. We have been for about 30 seconds, so I'm going to end the poll. All right. That is our last planned ballot. Are there any other nominations this evening for endorsement? Sorry, are there any other motions for endorsement from the floor this evening? Any other nominations or motions? Okay, very good. Well, that's it, folks. We have gone through all of our planned ballots, our slate, and ballots are being counted now, which is fantastic. Thank you all. When I was planning this meeting, let me make sure. Yes, Kate is here and a co-host. Fantastic. When I was planning this meeting, I felt we could build in a little bit of extra time just to make sure our tally committee has had time to do their work. Our meeting last year was so long that we had plenty of time in between votes to get everything done. So Rachel has worked her magic yet again to get us a short program this evening. Very topical, very timely. Kate Stockard is here from Moms Demand Action. Is that right? No, something is wrong. Help me with the name of the organization, please.
It is Moms Demand Action. That's
Oh, I
correct.
had it right. Okay, good. I thought for some reason I had it off. Great. The only problem is, oh goodness, we got a lot of background noise. Okay. The only problem is what I had warned you of in the early part of the meeting, that we were having technical problems today. and I have bad news. We thought we had this worked out, but I'm hearing from Trey and Chris that it was not indeed worked out. And we're gonna have to do something unconventional and semi-painful. Zoom, in order for us to pull down the results of all of our votes this evening, Zoom is going to make us shut down the meeting, which means I have to kick everyone off. And then we have to rejoin the meeting. At that point in time, all the results will come flowing in to the data that we collect. It's awful and embarrassing, and I'm sorry to have to do it this way, but we don't have any. If we want to have results tonight, that's the only way we can do this. We could just go forward with the meeting and give you results in email. That's a possibility as well, but I don't think anybody wants that. So, and again, I'm sorry to have to do this. It is not anything in my control, and I appreciate your patience. What we're going to do is we are going to shut the meeting down. Everybody get, thank you. We're going to get, Soleil, would you do me a favor and post in the chat the join link for this meeting, just so everyone could maybe even go ahead and essentially go ahead and copy that link, or go wherever you clicked in the beginning of this meeting to join. We're going to shut it down. We're going to probably wait about 5 minutes, like maybe go to the restroom, go get a glass of wine, whatever you need to do, then come back in and we will have restarted the meeting. At that point in time, we'll start with the Moms Demand Action program. Again, I'm sorry to make you do this. I hope it's easy. Anybody have any questions on what we need to do? Okay. Sorry, Soleil, do you have a question?
Yeah, I will resend the Zoom link now. Give me 1 second.
You're putting it in the chat?
Is it the same link we clicked to get in the meeting?
That is right. Yep.
Okay.
Same thing.
All right.
I mean, literally, we're going to shut it down, and I'll probably wait. My clock is saying 7:57. I'll wait till, let's say, 8:02, and I will fire it back up. So like I said, go get a drink, go to the restroom, come back, click the very same link that you used to get in tonight, and you will be admitted. Soleil, have you hit that, put that in the chat? Hang on, let me do it. I will find it.
So we don't need to do anything. You will shut everybody down, right?
I'm going to shut everybody down. Yep.
Just close it. Yep. Okay.
First, I'm going to post this link in the chat just in case it would help you. It's going to look a little weird and different because it's coming out of my Google Calendar, but it's the same link. So if you want to copy that out of the chat, it's there for you now. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut us down. All right, I'm getting ready to shut us down. Please come back. We'll be back again at about 8:02. I'm gonna wait about 4 or 5 minutes and then I'll fire it back up. Okay. Thanks for your patience, everyone.
Actually, maybe Chris needs to do it.